Welcome back, students. Now we'll discuss about the segmentation with respect to the memory management. So memory management also has uh, user perspective view of a memory where it is divided into different segments. So we can say that a program is a collection of segments. The different segments are main program, procedure, function, method, object, variables, common block, stack, symbol table, and arrays. So I said previously, it is a user view of the program. So program has a subroutine or a function. It makes use of stack, symbol table, built-in function sqrt, and the main program. So the logical address has all these different subparts called as segments. So here is the user space having 4 segments, and these segments are allotted with different frame numbers here: 1, 4, 2, 3. So these are the different segments. So these are allocated with the frame numbers. So the architecture of segmentation includes the conversion of logical address into physical address. The logical address in segmentation consists of 2 parts. Like for the page tables, you have the segment number here and offset. In page table we had page number and an offset. So the segment table maps two-dimensional physical address, the logical address to the two-dimensional physical address. So each entry in the segment table consists of a base and a limit. Base represents the starting physical address where the segments resides in the memory. Length specifies the offset, that is the length of the segment where that segment ends. So this represents the starting address, this represents the ending address. So as like in a previous case, page table has two things. So here also you have two registers: segment table base register and segment table length register. STBR points to the segment table's location in the memory, and then the STLR indicates the number of segments used by the program. So always the segment number S is considered to be legal address, the legal number if S is less than STLR. So here we are storing a protection bit to the segment number here, like it is similar to the protection provided to individual pages. So here each entry for the segment in the segment table is associated with the valid bit. So 0 indicates illegal segment, 1 indicates the uh, valid segment. Then it may give that segment may be given read, write, execute accesses. So the protection bits associated with the segments are used for code sharing, which occurs at only that segment level. Since segments vary in length, memory allocation is a dynamic storage allocation problem. Then segmentation example is shown in the slide here. So here the CPU generates the logical address, which is having the segment number and the offset, that is the limit. The limit should be the offset should be less than the limit. So then this will give you the map into the searching into the segment table to generate the valid frame. Then this frame is added with the base value to get the actual physical address. If this offset is greater than the limit, then it indicates that segment starting address is not mapping with that process. So it sends an error message addressing error to the operating system. Otherwise it finds the physical address and it is mapped into the actual physical memory. So here we have an example for sharing of segments within the processors. So we have two processors here, P1 and P2. So in P1 we have two segments. One is used to store the editor, another is the data for that process P1. So they are stored in segment 0 and 1. We have another process P2 having editor and data 2. The editor is common here, which is shared between the two processors P1 and P2. That shared data you can make out using the segment table here. So this is the segment table for process 1. So at the segment 0 we are storing the editor. The base represents the starting address of the segment, that is 43,062. Then this segment ends at 68,348. How to get this end is, to the base we have to add the limit, that is the length of this segment. So when we add 43,062 with 25,286, we'll get the value as 68,348, which indicates the segment where the editor is loaded. Then we have the data corresponding to process 1, which is stored immediately after this segment. So the starting address for the segment 1 is 68,348. Then the limit represents the length of that segment. So we have to add 4,425 to this number, starting address. Then we'll get the ending address of the segment as 72,773. So this is how the two segments, segment 0 and 1, are entered into the segment table for process P1. Now similarly for process P2 here, as the editor is shared for the process P2, so the same segment values are considered here, that is the base address is 43,062 and the limit is 25,286, which will give you an ending address of 68,348. Then the data for the second process is stored at 90,003 and the length of this data is 8,850. So when we add this value to this starting address, we'll get the ending address of the segment 1 for process P2, that is 98,553. So this is how the common segment, that is editor, is shared between process P1 and P2, and these are the entries into the two segment tables corresponding to process P1 and P2. So next I will take one example for conversion of logical address into physical address. So thank you. We'll see you in your next video. Stay home, stay safe.